Welcome back to Refrain Chord. So we still have some stuff to do here. So to the inn again.
More kids.
Well, actually, this is main story. Well, yeah, there you go. So how's the Fury collecting, huh? Thing? Yeah, basically. We're going to have. So you might remember how she asked us that once before, right? There's going to be one more time where she asks us this in chapter 15, and that's where you actually get to properly pick an answer, and that's what's going to decide which direction the story takes.
Oh, so Lola's the big linchpin in all
this.
Yeah, Pedro mentioned that.
That's the weird. That's the weird part.
I'll have starters.
That's the weird part, though. Like the directions of the story takes have nothing to do with Lola herself. So I have no idea why, of all things, it's Lola's decision.
Well, I guess I'll have to see how it happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, we've established that Pippin and Apollonius are pretty good, complementing each other in sparring matches.
That's right, sir. By pounding our PNGs into each other, we will grow strong.
You know, you joke, Dwibs, but that actually is how some grinding systems actually do work.
Right, over. Not in this context. What do you mean sprite to sprite sparring?
Well, don't you know your anime tools, dude? Those are just as important weapons.
Well, friendship depends on what series you're in.
And that is why most of us do not fight hand-to-hand in the actual gameplay. Like, granted, Pippin does.
I think it was.
Yeah, Pippin.
One.
Well, you can also switch Fang's weapon from the sword to iron gloves of sorts, iron fists of sorts.
Wait. So you can, like, change up character weapons in this game.
That was technically already a thing in the original, but in the original it was just represented via what attacks you picked. There was no actual select weapon mechanic. In here, there technically is, but even if you, but this is the thing, you can. Here's the thing, Joe. But you can freely ignore it because every time you do an attack in this game, the game will automatically shift to the corresponding weapon anyway. So the so the switch weapon mechanic, it's negligible. You can just ignore it because the game will automatically do it anyway.
So let me see if I get what you said straight. You can actually customize it so that Fang will be holding a different weapon on the field at the start, correct?
No, you can only switch weapons during the fight, not pre. But if it helps you, yes.
Well, that's my point. Is like, I mean, on the field, he will show using a different weapon, or at least holding a different weapon at the start of the fight, correct?
Yes.
But when he actually attacks, he'll switch back to his default weapon.
Okay.
If you're picking a sword move, yes. If you're picking a fist move,
that's what I mean. Like, usually abilities are tied to the specific weapon. Like, a slash of course will require to use the sword.
No, but I think what Joe was trying to say, Teo, is that okay, if the game is going to shift weapons depending on which attack you choose anyway, why even bother having a switch weapon button? There's no
just a regular attack.
No, it doesn't matter. I assure you.
This cutscene making me think of maybe you know how Fitness Boxing lately's been getting DLC for like Fist of the North Star and all that.
Yeah.
Why?
Could you imagine if Fairy Fencer F decided to do something like that?
The only thing I can tell you is that Rebirth 1 has Fairy Fencer F DLC, and by DLC I mean DLC outfits, like the character. I don't think the characters themselves actually show up in the game.
Some characters of this game, not specifically Refrain Chord, but generally this franchise has cameoed occasionally in some other compiled games as it's custom for the company.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Neptunia is like a representative character of Fairy Fencer F.
I don't think so.
There's a fair, there's a fair Ventura DLC.
As in,
but-
rather than representation, the cameos will be the characters themselves.
I swear, out of all of Idea Factory's projects, Fair Adventure is treated the weirdest. Like, in some ways, you would be forgiven for thinking that it's the flipping sister series to Neptunia, you know, their crown jewel and all that. And yet, weirdly enough, with its second installment, it got the cheapest treatment of any Idea Factory game.
I don't know, Tio. What's a weirder fit for fitness boxing? This the North Star or Hatsune Miku?
Either.
You know, the thing is, Hatsune Miku, like, slots into so many things that, yeah, she can fit into almost anything. Just look at her Pokemon designs. Those are absolutely awesome.
Hey, Peppen.
The Hatsune Miku wrestling game.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Oh, no.
Dot.
You look kind of sad.
Indeed, I've seen him look like that before. Perhaps there's something on his mind.
Maybe we can help him out in a side quest.
Hey, yo, Peppen, if something's bothering you, talk to us. So this is your thing for getting a rank on the revival, on the location shaping thing. Maybe it'll make you feel better to talk to somebody.
That's right. I don't know if we'll be able to help, but...
You've given us so many items, and we haven't done anything to repay you.
Haven't we technically been collecting stuff to be able to do this digging?
Yes, won't you please talk to us, Peppen?
Oh, well, if you really don't mind. Before, you asked me why I was digging alone, right?
Yes.
Back when I first started, I wasn't alone. I had a lot of friends to help me mine. We'd travel all around the place, and with the help of fencers, we'd just keep on mining.
Charming.
We'd talk, we'd laugh, we'd drink together. Those were the good old days.
Okay.
Then one day, a shadow appeared at the mine shaft. There was this large thing peering at us from between the rocks. That was the day I met Pochi.
Pochi?
Pochi?
Pochi, whatever. Pochi took a real liking to me, and it wasn't long before the two of us became best buds. Pochi would be out digging in the mines, and then he'd come pounce on me out of nowhere. Sometimes he even howled. His howl always sounded like singing. I'd love to listen. Pochi would sing and play with me all the time. Best time of my life. Can you pick the same pronunciation for Pochi? Shut up, I'm talking.
Oh, what a heartwarming tale.
But one day, Pochi died. Murdered, really.
Jesus!
I had a feeling.
What? Murdered?
Yep, I took over the writing again.
How terrible. What happened?
We have stuck over the writing, that's what happened.
Pochi was big, giant, you could say. He was also pretty rough looking. People had a hard time accepting him. Anyway, one day I went to the dig site and I found him, torn to pieces.
Jesus, that's gruesome.
A group of miners were scared of old Pochi, and they conspired to do that to him.
That's terrible.
Everybody's afraid of something. I, for one, get spooked out by the old vile god and his creepy descendants.
Oh.
Poor Tiara. Yeah.
What's wrong, Tiara?
I'm one of the
Discrimination
creepy
be
descendants.
Nothing at all. Discrimination be bad, just saying.
That day, I left those miners behind, and then I called the police on them, and I've been mining on my own ever since.
Yeah, it sounds like Pochi got flipping lynched.
We'll find out more about Pochi if you complete the entirety of the location shaping. Pochi meant a lot to you, didn't you?
Yeah.
An interesting backstory.
I I'm sorry about all that. It's been a while since I talked about all that. Feels good. Thanks.
How weird is it that for as much as I don't like Pippin, Peppen actually does have something interesting going on for him?
Also, this is not the first time that I noticed that there's a bit of a repetition in terms in quick succession. Like,
Potty. Pretty soon out. Pretty soon.
Okay,
Oh.
so
I'll get
basically,
your name right. No doubt about it.
so basically, that's the final cutscene we get with Peppen up until we complete 100% on the location shaping. So if you want to see where that story goes and fight the hardest boss in the game, you have to complete the location shaping 100%, because from this point on there will be no more Peppen cutscenes until you do that. Even if you get the up until this point, there's been a new Peppen cutscene every time you raise your rank from E to D to C to B to A. However, when you do raise your rank to S, there will be no new Peppen cutscene. Now it's reserved for when you complete location shaping 100%. That being said, you still need to get your quest rank to S, so you can access to all of the field of location shaping. So you still need to get to rank. You still need to get rank S to fight the final boss, and the final optional super duper boss, I should say. Anyway, back to the main story.
I mean, again, I'm gonna.
Oh my God! A new town! Jesus! They created a new background! A new background! Oh God!
are you sure it's really that new?
I'm scared! I mean, I don't remember seeing this background in the original game too, and considering how much I've played that game, I think I'm in a good position to say this.
It's definitely not ringing any bells for me either.
It feels scary to be seeing new assets in this game. Jeez.
It really just begged the question why we couldn't get newer assets sooner, but I digress.
And I hope you enjoy it, Joa, because it's the only new background we get. Because we didn't have any money for more, apparently.
Okay, now I really do wonder if this did show up in the original and it's just only here for now, because that does seem weird.
I can tell.
But anyway.
I can tell you that this is called Swilvace, which is a town that was never at all mentioned in Advent Dark Force or the original game. So yeah, this is meant to be a new town. Therefore, I'm going to I'm pretty okay. I'm not like 100% confident because I've played Advent, but I'm like 98% confident because of how much experience I have with Advent Dark Force. Now, this is a new background for a new town.
Did you find something to you?
Yeah, with all these visual novel style type of game, as potentially backward in areas as it be, websites like hentai websites do actually compile all the backgrounds and sprites before preservation purposes, believe it or not. I can tell you that this one, no, it's not cataloged among them.
Oh wow, so it is new, and yet we go to this background, which we definitely have seen before.
Yeah, basically, while we talked about it, basically the joke was that AJ was arguing with Fang, and while they were arguing, they kept walking, and they casually wandered into Solara Village. That's the joke. That's the joke, basically.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna say it. Peppen's a better done version of Pippin, since Peppen actually works on the comedic, but has a secretly serious side to him better than Pippin. Probably partly because most of his jokes don't amount to, "What the heck are you? Are you a plushie?" Or, again, whatever the hell Pippin is, essentially.
Well, in that case, hope you enjoy that, Joe, because we're not going to see him until the end of the game at this point.
Again, I'm more interested in his story than I am Pippin.
Well,
I think it's because his story feels like it's much more allowed to be serious, so that when it is serious, I can actually take it seriously. Never was able to take Pippin stuff seriously. No, not even the evil goddess route with his dad. So, yeah, we now have a mystery. Why did they make one new background, but not save that background for something like, I don't know, a final boss arena or something?
there's later going to be a night recolor, like a version of that background, but it's at nighttime, right? For a specific side quest near the end where they go to a typical Japanese festival with food stands and the whole thing where they catch the fish with the net.
Oh, the festival.
What's Bernard up to? What's Bernard up to? You ask Tiara. He's busy trying to conduct a choir to sing his rip-off his rip-off theme tune that rips off Sephiroth's theme. But the problem is the choir keeps singing Sephiroth's theme, and Bernard has to constantly tell them, no, adjust it or we'll get sued for copyright infringement.
Speaking of
but Sephiroth's more memorable. That's why we keep doing it. Doing my theme, damn it.
Speaking of Sephiroth, Bernard, as you might remember, decided he's gonna go after us. Yeah, hey, Ethel.
Oh.
It's kill a kill.
Just pretend that he's strangled by a rope or something. Yeah, there you go.
You can't show him being tied up because...
Oh wow, she speaks.
Oh.
Well, of course, she's threatening to sue us.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Actually, no, I'll say
this
it
is where
later.
Ethel lives, in the ruins. Oh, she's low on money.
Where's my fucking money, Fang?
Where's my fucking money?
Also, I see she's already dropped the kill thing, which, to be fair, she also dropped.
Oh yeah, she did. She did. But one thing that I'm a bit miffed about is that.
Yeah, Maggie even pointed out.
Yeah. What?
Oh, you were. Oh, okay. So she admits she was putting on a bit.
I get that, but that's way lamer compared to Fang helping her overcome that with him being the first person to show her kindness by giving her one of Bowser's cookies.
I wonder if some people who actually played the original find that whole deal potentially a bit overbearing and potentially annoying. So this is basically the game's hand waving it.
I guess,
I
but
do agree.
like, remember, we all said in the original run
But that's what we think.
No. Well, obviously, too. I know that's the case. But the reason I'm trying to say is that, yeah, all of us unanimously admitted in our original run that the moment where Ethel joins the party in Avant Dark Force is actually one of the better moments in the game. Not only because it's a rare moment of where Fang is actually likable in that game, and Karen also gets to we get to see Karen actually break in tears because of how she's happy that Ethel gets a chance at happiness and not just have to live a life of violence, right? It wasn't genius writing or anything like that, but it was definitely one of the better moments of the game, and to basically, okay, I get it. You want to do something different with Ethel and not just repeat what the first game did. I appreciate that because I wouldn't want you to just repeat what the first game did too. But at the same time, is this really the best you could come up with? Really?
Okay, I'm guessing the idea here is like Ethel isn't as tragic in this game as she was in Avant Dark Force, especially since I noticed we haven't even gotten the outfit change that Karen gives her to try and get her outside of her shell yet, so I assume things go differently here in the sense that, oh yeah, she still is poor essentially, but she had sort of shaken off, like, the kill thing was not so much about her mental conditioning at this point, as much as it was her putting on a bit, because if I recall correctly, in Avant Dark Force, the kill thing was a result of her upbringing.
Yes. And technically that is still here, but it's way less focused on, it's way less elaborated on. And, okay, let me get that out of the way. Her alternate outfit with the bunny ears, not in this game. Second, not even, they don't even have an alternate outfit for her to put in the model to reuse from the first game or anything. Like, you don't have it here, period. Second, it's one of those things where it's just like, okay, I get that you want to do that, not make her as tragic, but honestly, by doing that, you're making her a less interesting character. Like, I get that you want to do something different, but come up with something that's comparable, at least. Something that's equally interesting, but for different reasons. Like, but this idea of making Ethel, like, and as just join us just cause, rather than, rather than being a consequence of Fang literally changing her life and making her see that there's more to life than violence. That's far less compelling in comparison. That's the thing. Like it's a downgrade. Like it's a genuine downgrade.
I'm guessing this has to do with the fact that we're in we don't have to go back in time because, admittedly, part of Fang doing how he did certain actions was the fact that it was his second try around, so he had a better grasp on it. I guess this is a take on, hey, what if Fang managed to convince them the first try around? And I guess maybe they'll come up with a reason why Ethel doesn't have her black rock shooter bunny outfit.
No, the black ears outfit is the bunny ears outfit is not even mentioned or acknowledged. Like it's like
yeah, that's what Jova is saying. Like the entire reason this is it's not present is because things are not happening.
Right. I just think what they do with Ethel is a genuine downgrade, and I feel like it's just one of those things where it's just like one of the better things from Advent Dark Force. Like, and it's just like kind of almost entirely removed, and it's just kind of a shame. It would be like if they
game, what's the point of having a high ridge there if it's just that easy to traverse it?
Yeah,
no penalty.
You know what's the interesting thing about that, Jova?
Look at that, Sherman cannot.
That's the interesting thing. I don't really know what makes it so that one person can climb it and others can't. The tutorial messages never told me.
Oh, usually when it comes to these kind of games, usually a character in their bio does have like a stat that is called like jump or height, which indicates how much they can climb.
I guess. I just wish the game would just tell me that.
Oh, poor girl's hungry.
So yeah, so now so when I got to this point, then so this is where they're going to reenact the scene where Fang gives her the thing, right? Or something like that, right?
I know I just tried to kill you, but please feed me.
Was that necessary, Fang?
It's been a day.
Yeah, in here it's actually both of these that give her thing. Now, I get what you're doing. They're doing a throwback to the Evil Goddess route. You might remember how in the Evil Goddess route, Pippin off-screen fed Ethel, and trained her and made her, managed to get her out of her, purely violent lifestyle, right? So I'm guessing this is meant to be a callback to that, probably. But at the same time, it's nowhere near as compelling as the Goddess Route version of this scene. Yeah, you'd think they would also do something like, get a reaction out of Karen, right? From this, right? Considering, let's see.
Yeah. Just fast forward to the point where you're lubbing it up with us as friends at the table. Oh, never mind. Karen's already translating through the tsundere. Thanks, Karen. You can't hide from yourself.
I can't. Alright, fine. I can't. When I first started playing this game, I never thought I would have a moment in the story where I would say this, but I'm gonna say it. Original game did it better.
I mean, we've had a few moments where arguably we've mentioned that Advent Dark Force does things better. Again, that's just the thing with the story. There are a lot of moments that do feel like it's taking the characters better, but it's not the full package, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ethel, in my opinion, is a genuine downgrade from the OG game in this game.
It'd be funny if So, okay. I'm trying to remember. Was Ethel always dirt poor in Advent
Yes.
Dark Force?
Yes.
Okay, because like I don't recall them having to be that much money scrounging. At least I
No.
believe they were still on Dorfa's payroll at the time before they joined us.
In the Valgod route, they make it so that she joins Dorfa to make men's meat, right?
I thought she was always with Dorfa, but
No.
misremembering.
No. It's only that's only in the Valgod route.
Fair enough. Okay, so Ethel's on our party. That's neat.
And from this point on, they don't really do anything more with Ethel. I mean, there's the occasional side quest of her doing some random hijinks and shit like that, or like maybe getting, like for example, there's a side quest later on where it's hot and we need to go to a volcano to get a fury despite being hot. So it's kind of a comedic side quest with her and everything.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought her second outfit was for when it was hot. Like, that's the whole reason she had that second outfit that Karen told us.
Well, technically, Karen said that the reason she gave her that outfit was because, she wanted her to be more girly.
Oh, true. But if I recall correctly, there's also a bit mentioning that, she still has her original outfit. It's just that she's using the second outfit because that one's better for the heat.
I don't know what to tell you, Joe, but because that outfit is not in this game. So...
I do wonder if maybe there's like some side quest bit or gag where Karen mentions that, they had to sell it for money or something, and like, that's a little cheeky reason for why it's not in the game.
No, I've done every single side quest in this game. They never mentioned the outfit or whatever, and I've done the entirety of the location shaping and the side quests. I don't get an alternate. There's no alternate outfits in this game. Period. You can't. There's no menu to switch to an alternate outfit or anything.
I thought you mentioned that the towel outfits are still available as DLC.
No, I don't think I said that. No.
No, in a previous part. Around the springs part.
Well, there's the sprites with them in the towels, if that's what you mean. But like, you can't you can't have the character models on battle have towels, if that's what you're asking.
No. I doubt that they ever had like alternate outfits even in the original game for stuff outside of battle. Well, that you could like equip that wasn't story set.
All right. See you for the next part, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.